Hi Kaustav, thank you very much for having me here. My name is Marcin Skruch. I'm a writer, director, producer of short movies. Recently, as you can see behind me, it was the short horror Infant. Before that it was Predator Celtic Days, American Timmy, Cool S, and so other. I did over 40 shorts, documentaries, music videos, and apparently one feature, because anything above 45 minutes is supposed to be a feature, so I did one. Originally, I'm from Poland, from a small, well, for Polish condition, a small city called Tarnów, just barely over 100,000 people. For the last 20-something years, I'm living in Ireland, and I'm, living, having a family, working here, and pretty much that's it. I became interested in the movies years ago, and this is what I love. I love, obviously, football, or as Americans call it, soccer. So that's the way it is. Yeah, I was very shy child. It changed. I would say so. Maybe a little bit. Yeah, a little bit changed. So 40 years later, from this small shy child, become a person who has no problem to talk to the camera at 3 o'clock in the morning. I wouldn't say that filmmaking is my career. For time being, I would say it may be just a side hustle, side gig, because unfortunately I'm living in Ireland at the moment, in a small town called Clonmel, and it's hard actually to make movies in here. Well, if you want to make them on a certain level, so I would say that's what would happen. So that's what it would be. I became interested in movies around 1993. I was in the 7th grade of the primary school in Poland, but I didn't start making movies until 1998 or 99. I finished just high school, and I went to a amateur movie club, Schwenk as it is called, and we are called amateurs, and we became independent creators. So that's how it started. I always loved movies. The way it started, it was like I was watching movies, and I was like, how come there's music by this John Williams? Who this fella John Williams is? And then you have a casting by Jackie Birch. Who's the Jackie Birch, and why she's doing the Predator and the Commando movies, and so on and so on. So I became interested in this one. First theory, then when it was like, okay, maybe now it's time to do something more, I started, like I said, doing some movies in the movie club. It was weird because no one in my family was interested in theater. Okay, my mom used to do some things about the theater, about acting, but nothing serious, nothing from the industry. So it was funny. I was the only one actually who really got into the films. Years later, I bought my first camera, but it's completely different story. For years, I was trying to make a horror movie, and I didn't have any idea how to start doing it, and it was like that until my son was born, until Victor was born, and I knew then that I want to do a movie horror about kids and about things like that. But then I was like, okay, we already have Freddy Krueger, we already have this one, this thingy, so there's no point of doing the same story again and again. As you can see, it's a Mika. Yeah, Mika is the main body, starred by late Will Nugent. But that was the idea, and I just gave up. It was somewhere in the back of my head, but I was like, okay, I'll do it someday. Like I'm a writer, director, and producer of this movie. And when Victor was born, when he was getting a bit older, we got this electronic babysitter. Actually, now you can't see it in here; it's somewhere on the shelf. And when I got it, it's pretty simple. Like you have the camera, then you connect it to your Wi-Fi, and using app, you just connect it to your phone, tablet, or whatever, and then pretty much you can see your kid from your mobile device. But when I look on it, there's a password to it, and the password was 1234. So I thought, wait a second, like if I want to change the password and someone breaks into my Wi-Fi, into my internet, there could be a fella from Texas, Moscow, New Delhi, or Australia observing my son, and I wouldn't even know about it. and actually that frightened me. So that's when I knew that I'll have to make a horror about something like that, about a ghost that can be visible, that can be viewed only by the electronics. Like you can see him like that, but then if you'll take a phone and you'll watch on him over the phone, you'll see him on the camera, not over there. So I thought it'll be a good point of the start for the movie, because the idea scared me as a parent, and I thought like, well, you don't want anyone looking over your child and not knowing about it. So that's the way it started. As usually, when I'm making a movie, first obviously is a script. So, and I did this mistake once when I had a script, and it's like, okay, so then we will show this movie, premiere this movie at this date. So with Infant, I went completely different. I said, okay, until I have a script, there's nothing happening. So when I wrote the script, when I have the characters, then I started casting of this movie. Usually, with Predator and other movies, I would be going through IMDb Pro, but this time I was like, because for the previous movie I had people trying, like I said, I'm living in Ireland, but there were people trying for the part, saying, oh, I'm from Australia, I can do it, I'm from India. I'm like, lads, I'm not gonna fly you in, like this is just a not low budget movie, it's a micro budget movie. So I said there's no point. So I used a Star Now. It's kind of regional app that you can it's very popular in Ireland, in UK, in Germany, France, Poland. So I thought, okay, I'll have it. So I posted that I'm looking for people, and that's how it started. Then when I had just a selection of people, I sent them a page from the script saying, okay, could you record yourself on the camera? And this is the character. Let's say it's the character of Nancy. She's 17 years old, and whatever, she's like rebelling about against their parents and so on and so on. So like, okay, go for it. And then from those people that they would send it, because obviously not everyone would like to send it. I had one gentleman that said, oh, this is below me. I'm saying, okay, thank you very much. So if you don't want to record it, there is no point of talking to you anymore. So when I had it done, it was spot on. Then pretty much before I'll make my decision, I like to meet the actress face to face. It wasn't always possible, so I think with some people I just used Skype or Messenger or whatever. But most of them I would just travel and to have a chat, not necessarily about the movie, but just to have a feeling. Who are they? What is there chemistry between us? Because if I'll have to shoot the movie and have just be with the person for a few days and be not happy with wherever her or he is going, I'm like, not really. So that's the way it happened. The cast of the movie changed because unfortunately we didn't get the budget, we didn't get the financing at first. So I said, lads, we have to postpone the movie for a year. So I'll try to get some extra job. I'll try to do something like that and get the money. But everyone mostly was okay. We lost few actors, but we regained them. Then we changed, I think 3 times. We have changed the sound engineer, and I think twice we've changed as well DOP, director of photography. So that's the way it happened. But eventually we got it done. We shot it over course of supposed to be 3 days, but on the beginning of the movie there's a nice shot from the drone, and we couldn't shoot it on the day because the wind was too strong. So DOP said, listen, I'll next in 2 weeks time I'll be shooting some commercial in Cork, which is like only I think 70 kilometers away. When I'll be coming back, I'll just pop in if the weather is nice and supposed to be nice according to the weather forecast. We'll shoot it and it'll be fun. So overall it was 4 days, but it was good fun. When I'm starting making movie, it's before the script has to, like, I have to have an outline of it, and sometimes I have friends that are solicitors or lawyers, as you prefer it, and others, and I would sometimes send some weird question. Like I remember there's one girl, and she's a friend of mine, and I would send her a message saying, listen, what that's part from my new movie, but anyway, what would have to do a 10-year-old to go to prison for life. And I said, this, whatever this 10-year-old will do, cannot be on purpose. It'll be just by accident, but it'll be some serious stuff, like what will happen. And she's like, okay, what's going on? I said, no, nothing. I'm just writing the script. So then I have to have an idea. When I'm writing the script, on the first draft, I do not put pretty much many details, obviously. And the last thing that actually I'm putting in the script would be names of the characters. If this doesn't have to be reflected in the story, that's the way I would do it. Once I have a script, then I'm starting looking for the people. Like when I'm writing the movie, writing the script, I have some people already in my head, with whom I've worked before. So it's easier. But if not, then I'll go through IMDb Pro or through a Star Now, looking for the actors, for the actresses. And the same is with the crew. I like to meet the crew. I like to meet them, see what's happening. If they have their own equipment. If not, what do we have to get, and so on and so on. And in the meantime, I'm trying to sort out as well budgeting, which in 15,000 people town is a really, really a big problem. Then when it's done, we are making a movie. Okay, obviously all the paperwork has to be done and so on, but not anymore. I do not say, okay, we are shooting this movie and we will premiere it in 3 months, 4 months. No, I did it with the Predator Celtic Days and it was a nightmare. So I said, okay, the movie will be done when it'll be done. That's it, simple story. So when I have this done, then simple editing and obviously trying to figure out where to put the movie, because I always love, as you can see in here with an infant, we had a chance. It was screened on some film festivals. Unfortunately, it was a time when the COVID hit the earth, so I was not able to go to any of those festivals. We got some awards, which I'm really thrilled about it. And that's the way it was, and that's the way process, more or less. I would say less works. I have no idea how different is a short film to the feature. I mean the process itself, because the only movie that I can say that I did a feature would be American Tell Me Cool as Fuck. But it was just a documentary. It was just a conversation between him and me, and it's only feature because it's over 45 minutes, so that's it. But I have no idea. I presume it's just a matter of scaling, and there's more people has to be involved. And like when we were shooting Infant, we had which was actually a big one, because just for camera itself, we had 3 people. For makeup, we have 2 girls, one for the, as we call it, nice makeup, and one for the ugly makeup, which had to be obviously Mika with all those scars and contact lenses and so on and so on. So I would say there's probably a difference of more people working. There have to be more details, more things to be done. That's it, I would say. I do not have a favorite movie. I have favorite 5 movies. 3 of them didn't change in a long time. Last 2 do. So first 3, doesn't matter which one is first and second or third. Green Mile, obviously. Then the Shawshank Redemption, same director, and the third one would be a Groundhog Day with Bill Murray, Andy McDowell, Steven Tobolowsky, and so on. I love those 3 movies, and I could watch them, and I did many times. I think I watched Groundhog Day 4 times in a row, one day, because like I was watching first the movie, then the movie with the commentary track from the director, then from actor, and so on. So those 3, and at the moment, other 2 movies that I love would be. What's the English title? Great World of Walter Mitty. I think that's what it's Ben Stiller's movie. I'm not sure what was the English title. And The Life of Pi. Those 5 movies are my favorite. And if it's about a celebrity, I love everything that Ron Perlman touches. I love this actor. He is fantastic. I fell in love with him. First, I seen him in, was it Kronos or Hellboy? Do not remember which one was first, but anyway, Ron Perlman is the man. Recently, I've read his biography, and even more. I have even more respect to him after that. This is $1 million question. I grew up in the 80s, where the kung fu movies, as we call them, were huge. So I would love to work with Cynthia Rothrock, that were doing all those nice things. I love Michelle Pfeiffer. So this would be a benefit for me as well. I wrote a next script with Will, who you can see behind me in my head, but unfortunately this is not happening. And for me, he was the celebrity. He was the fantastic actor, fantastic person altogether. So I would like to work with him, and I love, and probably this won't I would say happen, but I love Steve Buscemi and Tim Roth, both I would say actors that are that they deserve more credit that is happening, and obviously Meryl Streep, yay. See, that's a tough question, because I've never got into the film industry itself. I couldn't say, oh yeah, I'm making money, I'm making a living out of filmmaking. So it would be hard, but well, first of all, find like-minded people. That's the first thing, and get into filmmaking, because there's always somewhere making films. Then it depends. If you are young, if you are single, no family, then it's way easier, Maybe you do not have a full-time job, then it's completely different ballgame. But I would say yes, first start and figure out what would you like to do. Is it being an actor, actress, making films, directed, what else, produce, whatever. Make it so. Figure it out, and then, well, it won't be easy. But I would say probably go into bigger cities where you can. There's a chance that there's more movies happening. Like if you are stuck in a 15,000 people town, no, not many things is happening. But then if you go to Dublin, London, Warsaw, Paris, LA, whatever, there's a bigger chance that you will have more to do over there. I don't think that in a day and age that we are living, that universities or degrees in filmmaking are still necessary, because we can see there are people that have an ideas. Obviously they have plenty of luck as well, like just Quentin Tarantino. He never did a degree in the university in the filmmaking, but I don't think it's needed. Passion, yes. I'm just reading here. You have to have a luck, obviously. You have to have an idea, because if you're just a generic person who just like, I just want to make movies and whatever, no, it won't really work this way. You really have to have a passion. You have to learn, yes, whatever, being it turning on the video on YouTube on how to act from obviously someone who knows things, or how to set up the camera, or how to this and that. Yes, this is very important. And like I said, not only you have to have a luck, you have to have as well an idea what you want to do, and you have to go there, follow it. Because if I'd like to become whatever proficient in the Shaolin techniques, I won't be able to do it if I'll stay in Australia. Okay, you have to go to China and things like that. I know this example is not the best one, but you know what I'm saying. Like if you're trying to learn how to swim, you won't be able to do it on a footpath. You have to go to the water, and so on and so on. So internet is very good resource. Seriously, it's very good resource. Books, obviously, like if you can't afford books, go to the library. All libraries have some interesting things, but internet, and be aware what are you watching, who are you listening, because there are so many different probably useless coaches besides great coaches. So just try to figure out what to do, who to listen, and follow this dream. In 10 years time, I'll be living somewhere in Spain or Portugal, drinking those cocktails with umbrellas, those names I cannot pronounce. No, but seriously, maybe, no, I don't think it'll be working for me as a filmmaker full time, because like I have a family, I have other things that I have to do. I won't be stopping doing movies, although it was a few years since I've made an infant movie, obviously. But there's some other ideas in the pipeline, some shorts. I have an ideas as well for the feature movies, so hopefully they will materialize. Like we've worked with Kaustav before. He helped me with the VFX on the Predator. He helped me with the VFX on Infant. I work with some script on his project, so like yeah, here and there. Maybe someday it'll be like more freelancing for me. Maybe when the kids will be older, they'll go to a college or university, I'll have more time. Then maybe like Wes Craven. Like come on, Wes Craven wasn't a young man when he started filmmaking, so maybe then it'll happen. But for time being, yeah, like you can see in here, I have a few thousand movies. So my love, my passion for the movies won't die. There's no way it'll happen. So hopefully one day I'll make a feature and I'll say, okay, listen, at least I gave it a shot. At least I tried, and I won't gave the movies up. There's no way that I'll do it. But in 10 years time, pretty much I'd like to be just a person who can say, okay, I'm enjoying my life. I'm doing what I like, whatever it is, and I don't give a flying fuck. You know what I'm trying to say. So yeah, I hope in 10 years time I'll be still doing something with the movies. Will it be making movies? Will it be talking about the movies? Will it be writing about the movies? That's what I'm mostly doing. Talking and writing about the movies. I would say time will tell.